Nick Ritmo. I'm going to be teaching you guys about hockey equipment, what they're used for, how they protect you, how much they cost, etc. So we're going to start off with the undershirt. Put this on and helps prevent from skin irritation from the hockey equipment. You should usually have about 2 to 3. That's what I have. They usually cost about $15 on the lower end to $80, which has extra padding and extra protection. Next one, we have the Cupper Supporter, aka the Jock. So mine has a little wear and tear to it, as you can see. This protects your private area, obviously, and also holds up the socks as you just pull it up. And then it has little Velcro right here that you can connect the sock to, and then they'll keep it held up as well. These usually cost up to $15 to $80 as well, again, for extra protection, and also if you want the tightness as well around your legs. Next up, you have shin pads. Right here, this protects the shin of your leg as well as your knee. Again, just Velcro, take it off just like this. Then you wrap it around your leg. It protects also your calf, as it has this protection here. Then the sock, which goes over your shin pad and then keeps your shin pad secured to your leg so that it won't move around or up and down. And then clear tape, which you can wrap around your sock right here, which will also secure it even more. The shin pads usually cost up to about $45 on the lower end, up to $180. Socks are about $6 to $12. Then clear tape is up to $3. Typically for clear tape, you should have about 3 rolls, depending on the level of hockey you are at. So for me, I usually carry around 6 just because I'm practicing every day and playing every day. Then shin pads and socks should usually last a pretty long time. Clear tape will vary just because it goes through a lot. Next up, we have hockey pants and girdle. This protects your thighs as well as your back and hips. I prefer the hockey pants. There's also girdles, which is more of a tighter fit, almost like compression pants. But I prefer the pants just because it's a looser fit and I feel more room and all that. These usually cost up to $40 on the lower and then $200 for the top. The girdle, you also need a shell, which this is a shell right here. It's basically a pair of shorts that you put over your hockey pants. So you need that for the girdle or even over your pants to match your team decor. So skates, these protect your feet as well as make you move around on the ice. These usually cost up to $70 on the lower end and about $1,000. So these usually last about a year or two just because of the wear and tear, and also just depending on the style of play you are, and also if you outgrow them. I usually have a backup pair of blades just because they can break easily by a puck hitting them, or even if you fall weird or hit against the boards. So I usually carry extra pair of blades with that. Up next is shoulder pads. So they just look like this. Just slip it on right over your head. As you can see, it has all the protection right here. Protects your shoulders also as your biceps and on your back also. These usually cost about $45 on the lower end and $200 on the higher end. These are on the higher end, but they're a little lower, or they're a little older. So they usually last a long time until they fall apart, which you can see little wear and tear here and there. Next, we have elbow pads. So the elbow pads protect your forearm a little as well as your elbow. They usually cost about $30 to $150. Again, they last with the wear and tear. As you can see, mine lost a little piece right here, so I just ripped it off. And they're pretty easy to slip on. As you see, I just left them right here, and I can just slip them on just like that, and then slip them off. And then, yeah. Also got jerseys. So here's a white jersey right here. It's almost a type of garment that's worn over the shoulder pads and also the elbow pads. So then also it keeps them secure, and so then they can't move all over the place as well. These usually cost about $10 to $35, depending on if you're just getting a generic practice jersey. Usually a team will supply for practice jerseys as well as team jerseys. And if you want like a NHL team jersey, they usually cost more, for around like $100 or so, depending on the player you're getting. Gloves. These are the gloves right here. They protect you from getting hit by a hockey stick or a hockey puck. They usually come around. To $40 to $220. They usually last about a year or so, just because the wear and tear of your stick, just holding it, and depending on your top hand, start to get holes right there, and then they just deteriorate. Helmet with a cage or visor. So this is my helmet. I wear a cage also. This protects your head from all the contact and even getting hit with the puck sometimes. The cage is on there to protect my face, but if you wore a visor, it only protects half your face, so you could get hit in your mouth as well. The helmet itself usually costs about $40 to $300. If you were to get the cage, it usually costs about $15 to $70. Then the visor costs about $80 to $70. So for the cage, you have to wear it at youth level hockey, up to major hockey, as well as college. But as you get to professional hockey, you can wear a visor, or even take off the visor and wear nothing. You can usually wear the visor or cage until it gets damaged. So if it gets dent, or with the visor, if there's a scratch, then the helmet until the padding falls out or it feels uncomfortable. There's a hockey stick and tape. So the hockey stick's used to control the puck and also shoot and score. As well, the tape is to get better grip with the puck. So right here, this is called the blade. So you tape this up to get better grip of the puck to pass it and shoot as well. And then you tape the top of your stick, which is also called a knob. Depends on how you like it. Like I like mine a little thicker than usual. That some people only do one strip or several strips. This is just to give you more grip and able to pick up your hockey stick if it falls on the ice. Typically, a stick costs about $60 on the lower end, and then $300 for the top end stick. Tape's usually $46. So the stick, depending on your style of play as well as what happens during a game, can vary. But hockey tape, again, same with the clear tape, varies on how much you retape your sticks. Hockey puck, you need one of these in order to play the game. These usually cost you $1 or $2. So depending on if you're at a practice or a game will depend on how many pucks you need. So practice, typically you need about 40 to 50 pucks, while if you're on a game, you only need one that's required to play, but you usually keep like 4 or 5, just depending on how many pucks go out of play. Then a hockey bag. It's got all my stuff in it. Looks like this. That's required, or basically stores all your hockey equipment, so then you can bring it from rink to rink. So then you don't have to lug it in like a garbage bag or something like that. They usually cost about $25 to $200. They basically last your entire hockey career, or until it falls apart. Overall, you can make hockey as expensive as you want it or inexpensive. Depending on what level of hockey you're playing. So again, youth hockey or even the professional league will also determine on how long you replace your hockey equipment, just depending on what style of play you are. And overall, no matter what age you are, you can always enjoy hockey.